Good afternoon and welcome to CCTV News. I'm Sam.
And I'm CJ. Today we are covering Cadillac Innovation's history, Houghton Lake High School's band boosters, and how unemployment benefits are affecting local businesses.
Wexford and Misaki Career Tech Center's new class preparing the next generation of teachers and more here on CCTV.
Innovation High School, a separate school running on Cadillac's curriculum, is picking up steam. Here's Derek Porter with the story.
Cadillac Innovation, despite being part of the Cadillac school system, is a school that many people don't know about or know the history of. Originally named Cooley, it was founded in 1972 by then Michigan Chief Justice Thomas E. Brennan and was located near the sheriff's post on the other side of town, but moved to Baker College 5 years ago.
It kind of transformed over the years. You know, it started off as an alternative place for students to be.
The school was famously known for its flexible schedule that enabled students to complete their education in under 2 years. However, the school didn't have the best reputation, for it was mainly the place where children who dropped out of high school would go to learn. Though the school had improved over the years, it would face many challenges. One of these challenges being COVID-19.
It was hard. It was a struggle for everybody. So last year, numbers were down because many students stayed home, and students had to take care of younger siblings, things like that, who had to stay home because of the pandemic.
With the school now being open for students to come to the actual building to learn, many students have returned while others stay online. And the school is hoping to get back to normal real quickly. I'm Derek Porter from CCTV News.
Innovation is not the only school in the news today. Houghton Lake High School's marching band had a great performance. Here's Sam reporting.
Band boosters come from all walks of life, including in Houghton Lake, where an interested group of parents come together and find ways to support their student musicians. We talked with band booster Heather Beaudry about what the function of a band booster group is.
What is a band booster? A band booster is basically a volunteer. We come out here, we help the band, whatever they need. We help them with their uniforms. We sometimes need to cook them meals. We work together and come up with ideas for them for trips, fundraisers. It's a lot of fun, a lot of work, long days, but really enjoying it. I am a band booster. That's most of all, I guess, because my daughter's in the band. Came in, signed my daughter up for band, and got asked to be a band booster.
The band boosters meet frequently during sports season and are always looking for new ways to raise money to support the band students.
Unfortunately, these schools have also received hundreds of dollars in damages due to a new trend.
Devious Licks, a TikTok trend, is taking over local schools. Here's Sam and Matt on the matter.
Devious Lick Challenge is ravaging the country. It began with a TikTok student has stolen a hand sanitizer dispenser from the school bathroom. Before being deleted, the post had 2.7 million views in 2 days. It's happening here in Michigan as well. Kids ripping off soap dispensers off the wall, pulling off stall doors, and ripping out the toilets. Houghton Lake High School principal Jeff Goodwin told us how the school is dealing with the problem.
The message out there that this is here, is happening, and then how it's being dealt with, not just here at Houghton Lake, but on a nationwide scale. And so I think that our big action has been to be proactive and give our kids information, and then with that information, trust that they're going to make great decisions.
Schools around the country will continue to monitor student behavior and discipline when necessary.
A school in Osceola County has been dealing with this trend for about a month and has had to shut down multiple times. Principal Brent Rupert was asked, how are these devious licks affecting school staff and students? He said the trend is affecting staff and students by backing up the sewer lines, leaving only one bathroom open. We asked Principal Rupert how they are planning on putting this trend to a stop. He said the school sent out a message to all 8th through 12th grade parents, making them aware of the TikTok trend and letting them know what the consequences would be. Principal Rupert told me the schools turned to law enforcement to press charges for theft.
A mere TikTok trend is not the only problem affecting schools across the U.S.
The teacher shortage has caused the Wexford Misaki CTC to open a new program focused on teaching. Here's Troy with the details.
As the new year starts, so does another class of Wexford Misaki Career Technical Center, Educational careers teach our students how to become teachers. As the educational career instructor, Miss Amy Solani said, the teacher shortage is not only in Michigan, but nationwide.
It's a perfect program to inspire kids to go into this career path and give them that firsthand experience so they know whether it's something they are interested in pursuing.
As they progress through the year, the students will be going into the field by going to their home school and helping out a teacher. This will give all 10 of the students the opportunity to have hands-on experience through the school.
Education is not the only industry feeling the consequences of employee shortages. Due to the increase in unemployment benefits, there's a lack of employees willing to work, causing harm to local businesses.
Manager Lori Brunk of Lake City, Wesco stated that due to Subway's closure, associates have lost hours.
Of course, it hits our bottom line for profit for food service. But I think most importantly, too, is that it affects our customers.
Lori also stated that after Subway reopens, all associates will be retrained to adapt to lost time. Wesco has begun to order extra deli items for the store to make up for the demand for fresh deli food.
And we have placed our Subway associates into Wesco to be trained on the Wesco side and help give them hours.
Subway will remain closed until further notice.
In other news, a resident of Cadillac got her wisdom tooth removed recently. Many young adults between the ages of 16 and 24 have trouble with their wisdom teeth and have to get them pulled. But here's Carly sharing her experience with her wisdom tooth removal.
As most of you know, I just had surgery to get my wisdom tooth removed. I only had one. The pain level was the worst on the second day. So the day after I got my tooth out, my food intake was pretty much applesauce and noodles. So only soft foods. I couldn't eat super hot or super cold foods. It had to be room temperature. My mom would stick ice cubes in my soup if it was too hot to get it to cool down. So my parents were super helpful through this whole process. I was kind of a zombie when this whole process happened. I didn't really react to things. I slept the whole time.
I think it was stressful just because I didn't know what to expect.
And making sure I remember what time you took what meds. But hey, you were a trooper. You would get up, walk upstairs, eat your applesauce, take your pill, and then go right back downstairs.
Yeah.
Carly Bortman attends digital media at CTC, which gives their students the opportunity to learn more about production by going to Newsnet 3 days a week.
Newsnet has a history in the Cadillac area for its consistence to expand Newsnet's open opportunities for CTC's digital media class, who attends Newsnet 3 days a week. Here's Aiden, more information about Newsnet.
Hello there, I'm Aiden Knight, and I'm here to give you my report on a well-renowned local news station from here in Cadillac, Michigan, known as Newsnet. Newsnet first launched in the year 2007 as a multimedia-focused local news website under the name tvcadillac.com, and later became Local Edition in 2008, grew into MI News 26 in 2011, transitioned into Newsnet Network in 2019. It then has now been rebranded into Newsnet. Some students of the Career Technical Center may go to the Newsnet station to learn how to work the equipment. Newsnet can be found on Channel 26 locally and on Channel 13 of Charter. Here's meteorologist Langworthy from the Newsnet station with vital information to know about Newsnet.
Newsnet is important as an alternative to other big news organizations. We're doing just fact-based reporting. We're doing no analysis, no talking heads, no pundits. We're trying to be as neutral as possible and just fact-based reporting, none of the extras.
If there is any more you'd like to know, go to www.yournewsnet.com. Until next time, 8 at night, signing out.
Another student who attends Newsnet with a digital media class whose brother has made a living off of being an entertainer.
Turning down college to become a professional juggler is quite the gamble. Here's how Clark Lewis turned his hobby into a career.
Avoiding schooling to pursue a childhood dream is quite a gamble. However, Clark Lewis successfully avoided college by learning how to juggle. Juggling began as just a hobby for Clark, but he soon became spellbound with the art form.
I connected with it in a huge way, and I started to learn more tricks, and I wanted to learn as many as I could. I was just obsessed with it.
When Clark was just 12 years old, his parents gifted him with a juggling ball set, but they never expected what the gift would inspire Clark to do.
I always say that my parents probably wouldn't have gotten me that if they'd known I was going to do it as a profession or I was going to take it as far as I did.
Despite Clark's success in the field, not everyone was so supportive of his dreams. His family did not see a successful future in his hobby. When Clark revealed he was going to become a performer, it came as a shock.
It's kind of an obsession, so any real ideas of school or college or what my career was going to be, kind of like I just didn't really care that much about it. It was all juggling, much to the, it worried everyone around me that I was not going to have a reasonable future.
In other news, with COVID restrictions lifted, schools are able to have games and gatherings again. Rihanna will be telling you more about the Lake City High School Homecoming Parade.
Lake City was able to have their annual homecoming parade last Friday due to the decrease in COVID restrictions. The homecoming parade is ran by Lake City High School, put together to introduce the community of Lake City to the characters associated with homecoming.
To introduce the community, like football players and our homecoming representatives. Probably the pace. It seemed to go by really slow. I spent a good long while down there just standing there waiting for the parade to actually show up.
In the event that COVID restrictions stay at bay, Lake City hopes to hold their homecoming parade annually in future years.
That is your news for today. I'm Sam.
And I'm CJ. Have a fantastic day. See you next time on CCTV.